feeling this is a new clip. The thing is, I don't watch a lot of Jordan Peterson to know whether or not this just came out. Like, if it's fresh, or if somebody just, like, wanted to hype this particular segment and then shared it to TikTok. I've been finding this format a lot with, because I don't have TikTok, but I guess YouTube's now doing what are called, like, YouTube Shorts, which are basically the equivalent of a TikTok. And YouTube recently has been recommending me these, like, YouTube Shorts. And a lot of them are, like, people clip Jordan Peterson talks to give some sort of, like, inspirational message. Like, you gotta get out there and really put yourself out there and do something with your life. Kind of messages. And they've been making the rounds on that. And so I feel like this is a similar thing, whatever this was. I think it was done, I mean, it was called At Mission to Manhood. And I think even the person who posted this to YouTube or something is something about pills. So my guess is they're very, they think of this in a positive light, but we're going to mock it because it's really funny. The premise here is, what the hell are you going to do without men? What the hell are you going to do without men? And from the knowledge that I have of the context of this is it was a response to someone asking, like, about, like, those people who make the memes, like, kill all men or, like, all men suck or something like this. And this is his response to that kind of question. So I hope you're ready. I hope you're prepared for the wisdom that's going to be placed inside of your skull, all right?
What the hell are we going to do without men?
He's just going to say...
Look around the city here.
Wait, what is he going to say, Vienna?
He's just going to say we will all have safer workplaces. We'll all be more comfortable.
So you're wrong. You're wrong right away.
We'll all be drinking frappuccinos.
Well, without men? I think the frappuccinos require men, actually. That would be the one thing that we can't have without men. Only... Because trans women might be able to come.
Sourced.
But they're not going to come in a frappuccino. That's what I'm saying. They know better.
I don't know. I think if we ask politely, we can convince them.
Okay, fair. Yes, consensual frappuccinos, maybe. But all the non-consensual frappuccinos will go away.
Yeah, exactly. See, so we're safe. That's another plus. Okay, anyways.
Oh, there's women responses to it, crying along with it? Oh, that's fantastic. Well, either way.
What the hell are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up. These men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers. They're up.
Okay, you already got to stop it, okay? I mean, the implication here is that without men, you don't have buildings or sewers. Because women don't work in any of these things. But the only reason I paused it, because we should probably, like, listen to the full thing, is just the idea that they're doing impossible things. On my list of possibility, building buildings, working in sewers, I would say are possible. In fact, not only are they possible, you could go outside and see a bunch of them, which is usually a good sign that something's possible.
Without men, we will not have any Italian plumbers saving the Mushroom Kingdom.
Okay, this time we're gonna listen to the whole way through. I had to stop it on that. So let's go the whole way through.
What the hell are we going to do without men?
Pause.
You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up. These men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers. They're up on the power lines in the storms and the rain. They're keeping this impossible infrastructure functioning.
It's impossible.
This thing that works in a miraculous manner. They work themselves to death. And often literally, it's very useful to tell everyone, not just men, that they have an important role to play, a necessary role and that if they act properly and honestly and forthrightly, that they can put their lives together and they can help their families and they can make their communities better, and that that's not toxic masculinity, that appalling phrase.
He's fucking crying over this. That appalling phrase, toxic masculinity. I'm engaging in some toxic masculinity right now, to be honest. Listen, it's all right to cry. We're cool with feelings. The funny thing is, and Vienno, you're gonna find out more about this tomorrow, but on the most recent week of listening to Ezra, he has a whole segment about how men are actually not supposed to talk about their feelings, which I guess is contradicted by Jordan Peterson, because obviously he's got a lot of feelings.
Red pill knowledge.
Yeah, red pill knowledge. But maybe this is
really...
actually good evidence for why men should not talk about their feelings.
No, this is evidence that you shouldn't go to a Serbian hospital to get off benzos. Like,
yeah.
This was just one long run-on sentence of just like saying absolutely nothing and like having difficulty saying it, like
because he's choking up. He's like, the idea is like,
no, but...
if someone wants to tell you like kill all men, and he's like, but we need them. They build buildings and like, and how like if they do these miraculous impossible things, and you want to come and call them toxic? Oh god, why? That's
it just like doesn't look fully there or sound it like.
Yeah, I mean, part of that, like, part of that is, I think the way that it's like cut in place. Like, I do like somewhat agree with you that is a thing, but like, the other part of this is like, I don't know if this is pre or post Russia. Like, it might. I don't know where it's taken from. Although, like, given the look on his face, it's probably post Russia.
This feels more recent. He's been doing a lot of videos lately.
Yes, he does a lot of interviews now. He did one with Michael Malice that I was considering checking out, but it's like those kind of things that I don't want to do. Like, I'm not going to do a 2.5 hour video of him talking with Michael Malice for the stream, you know? That's not happening. I feel as well, when I was listening to this, is this not Skyrim music? This set, like, listen, I don't know if you played Skyrim, Vienno. But Elron, if you're still there...
It was boring.
Is this not Skyrim music?
What the hell are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up, these men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers, they're up on the power lines, in the storm.
Dun, 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 dun. It's like the music when you're like walking in between cities and shit. Like, in the fields near the beginning of the game.
Hell yeah. Jordan Peterson, Skyrim confirmed.
I am here. I don't know if it's Skyrim because it's been like years since I've played, but it is that same sort of like generic, somber, oh, this is so sad. Yeah. Oh, what are we going to do? Sort of thing. I don't know.
I can't build impossible buildings anymore. Without some lady calling me, telling me to kill myself.
I can't keep this impossible infrastructure. Maybe if it's impossible, the infrastructure is not sustainable anyways. But anyways, also, we can't keep it running without these men who are strong and big or whatever. I really don't care to watch these things. I don't care to watch people react while we react to their reaction. This just feels like too much.
This is apparently women crying along with it, right?
You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up, these men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers, they're up on the power lines, in the storms and the rain. They're keeping this impossible infrastructure functioning. This thing.
All right, Nick's got one more link. We'll give that a try too.
What the hell are we going to do without men? You look around the city here, you see all these buildings go up, these men, they're doing impossible things. They're under the streets, working on the sewers, they're up on the power lines in the storms and the rain. They're keeping this impossible infrastructure functioning, this thing that works and
Oh, I love it. I love it. I guess it isn't toxic masculinity. We got a bunch of women also making fun of Jordan Peterson.
this thing that
Oh my god. What impossible things are we gonna do next? What impossible things are we gonna do? But
If you'd shouted out streamers, I think we would be more sympathetic. But no, he just wanted to talk about under the streets and the sewers.
Oh
and,
my god. I love
climbing on power lines.
I love how that's the only thing that's like men are necessary for. Men cannot do anything else. The only thing a man can do is work in the infrastructure. They can only do things that require a strict adherence to mathematical principles in engineering. Out there in the world with those females, they don't know what the rules are. They get confused.
They gotta be up on the power lines in the storms and the rain, or else they're not men. That's the rule.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Well, enough of that. I just like it's amazing to me that he gets choked up about that stuff. Like, what? I want to know, like, what? Like, try to imagine like what's going on in his brain when like thinking about this stuff. In the sense of like, it hits him so emotionally because he thinks that that there's a bunch of people out there saying that we don't need, or like all the things that he apparently associates with men being necessary for, that we're all like cool with those going away to a certain extent, so that like we don't realize that they are necessary, and how tragic that is, where it's like, I don't know, power lines are still being built though. It's not like I don't know.
No, I'm saying they're unnecessary.
Well, maybe there are, like, you know, I'm gonna say like not all skyscrapers are necessary either, right? But they're but they're impossible. Do you think he walks the streets of Toronto just like totally transfixed constantly by all the structures that are supposed to be impossible? Whoa, whoa, whoa! He's like that Hillary Clinton gif when all the balloons drop.
Hello, my rebels. Hello, my rebels. I'm a good boy. I'm a weirdo.